royal cremation ceremony for Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother, honoring her lifelong service and legacy.
Sirikit Hospital has launched Aesthetics 2.0, a mixed reality training platform designed to enhance precision, education, and patient safety for plastic surgeons.
Thailand is reviewing a 60-day visa-free stay to address misuse, immigration, and security concerns, but no changes have been made yet.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Swadika, welcome to Thai Pulse.
Now for this week's episode, we're going to start with an update on the royal cremation preparation. Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother, passed away last year, October 24th, leaving behind a legacy of compassion and service to the Thai people. Now, for several months now, since Her Majesty's passing, we have talked about Her Majesty's dedication in improving the lives of her people through many of her projects. And through those projects, it was also through her foundation, which she created since 1976, which is the Support Foundation. There were many projects, and many are still ongoing until today, concerning the environmental and rural development, education and social welfare, as well as healthcare and humanitarian work. So as you can see, she wasn't just focusing on people's lives, but she was focusing on many aspects that evolves around a person's life, like their surrounding, the environment they're living in, how's their living condition, how can they improve their life, the basic education that they need, their health or their rights. Those are the things that help to improve a person's life. And I believe it has been around 4 months now since Her Majesty's passing, and now the government has begun preparing for the royal cremation ceremony, one that reflects deep cultural and spiritual meaning. Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul announced that a national committee has been formed to oversee the ceremony. The Ministry of Culture and the Fine Arts Department will lead the design and construction of the royal crematorium and ceremonial elements. The design of the crematorium carries symbolic meaning. Its crown-shaped structure represents royal dignity, while layered roofs reflect traditional Thai palace architecture. At the top, a Brahma-faced spire symbolizes the spiritual journey beyond this world, a reflection of the belief that Her Majesty cared for the Thai people like a mother caring for her children. So Her Majesty was known to be the mother of the nation, because she wasn't just a figure of her nation. She wasn't just the queen, but she was also a mother figure to her people as well. The surrounding landscape will follow ancient cosmological concepts featuring celestial motifs and figures from the Ramakien, highlighting Her Majesty's dedication to preserving Thai classical arts. Now, for those of you who don't know what Ramakien is actually a Thai epic. It was adapted from the Indian Ramayana. As for Khon, it's a Thai classical art, like a type of a dance that tells a story that Her Majesty helped to preserve. So originally, and until today, Khon was created to perform the Ramakien especially. Now back to the cremation preparation. Construction is expected to begin in February 2026 and conclude in October, after which the official cremation date will be announced later on. This ceremony represents not only a farewell, but also a tribute to Her Majesty's lifelong contributions to Thai society. Now, before we end our first update for this episode, I would like to give our audience a little fun fact about Her Majesty. And I'm actually surprised that many do not know about this.
Right.
That Her Majesty was actually a trilingual. Obviously, she spoke Thai and English because Thai is her mother tongue, and English was needed for the state visits and the international events. And also, she spoke fluently indeed in French.
Right.
Due to her early education and also her early life spent abroad. If you wish to see the videos, you can actually search it online. It's everywhere, especially on YouTube. And I think that many will find it very intriguing as well, because Her Majesty was extremely regal and also very well spoken.
Right. I saw Her Majesty interview in French, I think with the BBC, right? It was short, but you can see that she was quite fluent, right?
Yes.
And I have a feeling that when she speaks Thai and English and French, she has different manners, adapted to the language.
Yes.
So when she speaks French, it was slowly spoken, and it was very nice to hear.
Yes, she was very elegant.
Right. Moving on to the second story is about Thai economy, which surges in the last quarter of last year. According to the Office of the National Economic and Social Development Council, Thailand's gross domestic product, or GDP, in the fourth quarter of 2025 expanded by 2.5% compared with the same period in 2024, and increased by 1.9% compared with the previous quarter. Well, this reflects the return of key growth drivers, particularly investment and construction, which have recovered after a prolonged shutdown. The main driver was, of course, an investment, with the private investment growing by as much as 6.5%, supported by increased spending on machinery and equipment. And the construction sector also, which expanded for the first time in 7 quarters. Where the growth is supported by the development of residential and commercial property projects, as well as the relocation of production bases to Thailand. Meanwhile, from the government side, public investment contributed to the growth as well. Public investment rebounded strongly, expanding by 13.3%, driven by accelerated budget disbursement. Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Niti Panprapat stated that the economy of Thailand is finally and metaphorically out of the ICU and is targeting 3% growth for 2026. Mr. Niti says since the investment contributes a lot to the growth of Thai economy, during the formation of the new government, the government is therefore preparing economic stimulus measures, including the use of the BOI Fast Pass mechanism. So Fast Pass is like fast track, right? That would give fast track to unlock 80 private investment projects with a combined value at 480 billion baht. So these projects are approved before by the Board of Investment of Thailand, but facing delay in implementation and licensing procedures. And according to Mr. Niti, Thailand need to ensure that these funds are injected into the real economy as soon as possible, because that means more cash flow into the economy also.
Okay, so before we take a quick break, let me take you to the GreenBiz HK Forum and ESG Cooperation Conference. Now, nowadays there are businesses everywhere, and they are impacting their economy and also impacting the environment as well, and not in a good way. So that is why we need this particular conference. The Hong Kong Trade Development Council invites media representatives to attend and cover the GreenBiz HK Forum, scheduled for March 18th, 2026 at the Lumpini Grand Hall, Grand Centrepoint Lumpini Hotel. The GreenBiz HK event will run from March 17th until the 20th this year. The event aims to position Hong Kong as a regional hub for green finance, ESG innovation, and sustainable development, while encouraging collaboration with Thailand and ASEAN countries. The key discussions will include green finance solutions, smart city technology, sustainable infrastructure, and ESG investment strategies. Participants will also have opportunities for one-on-one business matching sessions, connecting Thai companies with Hong Kong's green team of sustainability experts and technology innovators. Hong Kong hopes to act as a bridge linking Thai businesses to mainland China and the Greater Bay Area. creating opportunities for low carbon growth and green innovation. As climate challenges reshape global economies, events like GreenBiz HK highlight the growing importance of regional cooperation and sustainable events. So this isn't just a regular conference that talks about the environment, but it focuses on ESG. So ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance. Also, they focus on green finance and technology as well, areas where companies can grow while at the same time reducing environmental impact. So if you're a business who wish to learn, you're looking for some investments, looking for some partnerships or new innovations, this would be a perfect conference for you. Because also ESG is now a global trend. It's not just about your business gaining more revenue, right? But it's also about giving back to the environment that you're living in and also the society that you're living in as well. Because if you do not, where will you stand on the global stage, right? Because, nobody likes a business that doesn't have empathy, right? If you want your business to grow, it would be great if you can give back to the society and the environment around you to grow with you as well.
Right. Environment in business has been very trendy these days, right? Before it was just a CSR, but now it became, I would say, obligatory projects in many companies, right? And that's good for the world. All right, that's all for this break. For the second break, we also focus on the green, but this time green infrastructure in Bangkok. Don't go away.
During Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother's royal visit to the northern provinces of Thailand, Her Majesty graciously learned of the many hardships faced by local villagers, particularly their lack of occupational knowledge and access to adequate food sources for daily living. Deeply concerned for their well-being, Her Majesty expressed her royal wish to improve the quality of life of the people. Guided by this vision, Her Majesty graciously initiated the establishment of a model farm, a center for agricultural training. The first of these farms was established in 1997 at Ban Khun Tat, Jom Thong District, Chiang Mai Province. The model farm project under the Royal Initiative was created to provide employment and improve living standards for rural communities. The project encourages villagers to pursue stable occupations and earn reliable incomes to support their families. It also promotes raising native livestock and sustainable food sources and emphasizes the conservation of natural resources to preserve ecological richness for future generations. Furthermore, the project serves as a center for agricultural education, research, and technology transfer. In addition, Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother, sought to extend assistance to those affected by the 1997 economic crisis, particularly individuals who had lost their employment. To provide them with sustainable opportunities, Her Majesty graciously commanded the expansion of the model farm project to other provinces across all regions of Thailand, now covering more than 17 locations nationwide. On the auspicious occasion of Her Majesty's birthday anniversary on August 12, 2002, Her Majesty delivered a royal address to well-wishers who came to offer their birthday facilitations at Dusit Dalai Hall, Jitlada Villa, Dusit Palace. In part, Her Majesty stated, quote, "I once thought that if each country could increase its food production, it would greatly help prevent famine in the future. That is why I initiated the Model Farm project. Moreover, when villagers came to me and said they had no work, and even after finishing their studies, they could not find employment, I allowed them to work at the model farms. At the same time, they learned the correct methods of raising livestock. And when they left, they could use that knowledge to raise their animals properly and sustainably, end quote. The model farm project under the Royal Initiative at Ban Khun Tet, Jom Tong District, Chiang Mai Province, has successfully created livelihoods and sustainable food sources for its residents in Doi Gao sub-district, as well as for residents of nearby communities. The project has also revitalized the local ecosystem through reforestation with native rattan species, the construction of mixed and semi-permanent check dams, and watershed rehabilitation efforts. These initiatives have restored the moisture balance of the surrounding forests and created sustainable water sources for household consumption and agriculture. Today, more than 800 households benefit from these resources, living in harmony with nature and in accordance with Her Majesty's enduring vision of self-reliance and well-being.
Welcome back to Thai Pulse. This break we are going to talk about plastic surgery.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Something I can relate.
The issue that is related to many women and men. So plastic surgery, as we all know, is very popular in Thailand. But when I read this data, the statistics, I am surprised that there are now 4,000 beauty clinics nationwide. I mean, for me, there are many more, right?
You think there's more, right?
Yeah.
But to me, I'm surprised there's that many. 4,000.
Well,
that's a lot.
You don't go that often, I guess.
I would say a moderate amount.
All right. So for plastic surgery in Thailand, the most popular treatments remain Botox injections and filler or hyaluronic acid injections, liposuction, and nose or eye surgery. Thailand ranks as one of Asia's top 4 aesthetic hubs alongside South Korea, Japan, and China. But this status of Thailand is going to be elevated by the innovation that Sirikit Hospital just introduced us this week. So the Faculty of Medicine, Sirikit Hospital, Mahidol University, has launched Festhetics 2.0, which is an innovative medical education platform utilizing 3D visualization and mixed reality technologies. The platform enables medical students and residents to develop their anatomical knowledge and procedural skills with greater accuracy. So before, the medical students would practice with body donors, but of course the resource is limited and they could only practice few times a month, which is not enough. So this technology is like a platform that mixed digital technology altogether, mixed reality, the MR, virtual reality, the VR, and augmented reality, the AR, that would allow them to practice digitally. For example, well, I look at the video and there is a facial mannequin on the table, right? So the medical student would practice by injecting something on the mannequin, and it would appear on the screen how it's going to be. You imagine how innovative it is?
I'm trying to imagine that right now.
So, for example, if you inject Botox or filler, the depth and the accuracy is very important. So instead of practicing with the body donors or human patients, you can practice with this digital technology, and it gives you a very accurate result. So with this technology, the medical students could practice more. So there are 4 versions of this program. There are PC versions for instructors, web versions for students, VR version for virtual group learning, and also injection simulation training system, which utilizes data mapping technology to synchronize digital data with a physical mannequin, allowing trainees to visualize the exact needle position and depth in real time during practice. I mean, it sounds Amazing, right?
Yeah, I mean, technology is developing very fast nowadays, and especially in Thailand, we're into the aesthetic medical procedures. As you have mentioned, there are like 4,000 something clinics and plastic surgery clinics all around Thailand, which is a lot, but as you said, there might be more, right? And because of its popularity, that's why the technology, the development in Thailand seems to be growing very fast indeed.
Yeah.
And I think that's very good for us, right?
For us women, I mean, for economic purpose as well, because Thailand is becoming a medical hub of the region, you know. I wouldn't say of Asia, but the region. I mean, I saw many companies offering medical tourism, like bringing the tourists to stay in Thailand, to take a tour in Thailand, and also to have some medical procedures. So that is something that the innovation would help as well.
Up next, we're going to keep ourselves dated with the current visa-free policy. And apparently, it's a policy that many locals disagree with. Right now, travelers from many countries can enter Thailand without a visa and stay for up to 60 days. That is still ongoing. This expanded period was introduced to encourage tourism and support economic recovery. Officials say the visa-free system is now being reviewed, not cancelled, to address several concerns. One issue is the misuse of tourist privileges. Authorities believe that some visitors may be using long visa-free stays for purposes beyond tourism, including illegal work. There are also broader immigration and security considerations. Another reason is travel behavior. Data shows that many tourists stay less than 3 weeks, so a shorter visa-free period could still meet the needs of most visitors. However, the proposal remains under discussion. Thailand has not officially reduced the visa-free stay. The current 60-day exemption is still in place. If a shorter stay is introduced in the future, the impact will depend on the type of traveler. Short-term holiday makers may see little difference, but long-stay visitors, including digital nomads and retirees, could need to plan differently. Some believe stricter rules could improve regulation and reduce abuse. Others worry that shorter stays might reduce Thailand's competitiveness compared to neighboring destinations. For now, industry voices are calling for clarity and consistency. Government committees will continue studying the proposal and consulting stakeholders. If any changes are approved, they will likely come with advance notice and updated immigration guidelines. Until then, travelers are encouraged to rely on official announcements rather than speculations. Now, problems with tourism, with whatever problems, it happens in many countries around the world. But it depends on what are you going to do about it? What regulations do you have? What policy do you have to control the problem that is happening within the tourism sector within your country? Because countries like Italy, Spain, Japan, and Indonesia, they have policies to control that. Introducing fines, tourist taxes, and behavior guidelines to address disrespectful tourism. And the goal isn't to stop tourism though, but it's to protect the culture, the environment, and local quality of life. If we take things seriously with disrespectful tourists, I mean, not only will our culture, our environment, and our quality of life will be better, but I think we will attract more quality tourists, high-value tourists, and responsible tourists as well. And in the long run, I think this would be very beneficial for our country economy.
All right, let's move on to the next issue. It's about the new infrastructure which has been introduced in Bangkok, the Green Bridge. I'm sure some of you have heard about it. The Green Bridge that links Lumpini and Majesty parks together, two of my favorite parks in Thailand. So the 20-year-old Green Bridge linking two parks together, is undergoing a 1.6 kilometer transformation into a modern, safe, and continuous linear park. The BMA, Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, just introduced the upgrades yesterday. The Deputy Governor brought the media to see how it has been upgraded and elevated in terms of standards and cleanliness as well. So the major upgrades include elevators, for example, that have been installed at key connection points, along with the construction of a 57-meter long ramp built to international standards. A non-slip surface materials have been used also to ensure safety and accessibility for wheelchair users, the elderly, and the children. In addition, rest areas, seating, and handrails have been appropriately provided along the route, while eliminating previous safety blind spots with enhanced lighting. So this redesign features dedicated lanes for different activities as well, a specialized running track, bicycle lane, or leisure walking path surrounded by increased greenery. So this bridge is planned to be fully open in the middle of this year. But it was partially open before in November for a trial. So now they know that there's a room for improvements, and the BMA is trying to make it better. Right, that's the good news for Bangkokian. And another good news is about the underground parking. But it's not just a normal underground parking. It's a huge underground parking located in the center of the city, in the old town, near the giant swing, Sao Xing Sha. Yeah, there is a headquarters of BMA as well. So this underground parking was closed before, but now the governor has just opened for public. So you can park freely if you visit beautiful temples around or the old town part of Bangkok. So the facility offers 500 parking slots, which previously restricted to government use. It is now open for public parking on weekend evenings from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and 24 hours on weekends and holidays. This move solves the chronic parking shortage in the historic Pranakon district, serving visitors to major landmarks like Wat Sutat or Sutat Temple and the Giant Swing that I told you before. Right.
I think this would be very good, especially for the people who lives around the area.
Yeah, and for the business as well.
And during the evening, a lot of people would go to these parks to exercise. And me personally, I love strolling. I love taking my promenade. And I mean, it would be more convenient for everybody, basically, and good for our economy, too.
And when I read, I am surprised that the structure is 20-year-old already. I mean, I didn't know about it. Yeah, so the BMA didn't build the whole new thing, but they just improved, which has been existing already. And for the car park, I love visiting Old Town. I frequently go there. I love that part of Bangkok. But the headache is always about the parking. You don't know where to park. And you know, this area, which underground car park has just been open, there are many good restaurants. And sometimes I wanted to stop, but I couldn't because there was no car park. So for me, it's absolute good news.
I think parking is has always been a problem everywhere, not just in Bangkok, but every tourist attraction.
Cities in the world.
Yeah, not just in Thailand, not just in Bangkok, everywhere actually. It's such a burden to find, you know, a parking spot. And also you have to prepare in advance in a way because, I mean, if you take the metro or the public transportation, you don't really have to prepare certain minutes, you know, to travel. But if you're driving, you have to actually think about, hey, you're going to be trying to find a parking spot. Right. So you need another 10 minutes extra to do that. Right. So you're going to waste more time if you're going to go by, you know, your own vehicle. So that's a bit of a burden too, because it's not easy to find a parking spot in Bangkok especially.
Right. And another area that I wish they would build a car park is Chinatown. You love going there, right?
Yeah, I mean the metro is convenient though, but once you get there, it's like how did people get here? Where's their vehicle? And when you walk around the outer area, you will see that there are cars on both sides. Like, I think we should have the authorities that actually take care of where we can actually park, so it'll be convenient for everybody and safer too.
Right. Well, I hope there'll be more car parking infrastructure appeared in Bangkok. All right, that's all for Thai Pulse this week. We'll see you again next weekend. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ